How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a brand new match preview on the channel today. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. And once again, we're going to be previewing another game this weekend. They're coming thick and fast. It's another away game in London for Wolves. And of course, we're going to be hoping we can bounce back after that defeat against Arsenal at the Emirates. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts ahead of this game against West Ham in the comment section down below. And before we kick off, obviously, be sure to check out our brand new channel partners over at BetMate. I tell you what, guys, the support on the last two game weeks in particular has been phenomenal. And once again, we've got another game coming up with BetMate. Very, very basic. If you guys haven't jumped in yet, a link is in the top of the description. It's a little bit like fantasy football, but you just pick 7 players, a mix of Wolves and West Ham players, those players that you expect to perform best, whether that be by the most goals, most assists, tackles, clean sheets. Pick them and you'll have a chance to win some money. But because of the amount of people that have been joining over the last couple of weeks, the prize pools have been huge. So be sure to go and check that out at BetMate with a link at the top of the description. So yeah, bounce back. We've got to. The game against Arsenal was not good enough. Of course, we were there. Great start, dream start. We had the ball in the back of net twice within the first sort of 10-15 minutes of the game, didn't we? Unfortunately, the Sace went offside, quite close actually when you look at the screenshot. But Hwang pounced on it brilliantly. It's great to see him back acting on instinct. I think I said in January I was not 100% sure about why we activated the purchase clause on Hwang so early, but I think over the last few weeks since his return, he's shown the quality, and I think that goal in particular was, he was sharp, he was on it, beat Ramsey on as a really nice finish overall. And he said, he did quite well, had a great chance, so close to doubling the lead just after half time as well. So I think he deserves to be staying in this team. He knows he's got Podence, Neto, Trincao, even if we class him as a striker, Fabio Silva, all wanting to be in this team as well. So he's got a lot of competition, and, he's doing quite well there. In regards to other players, I'll look at my predicted lineup in a minute, but Jimenez has really got to step it up, I think. We talked about him a little bit on the match reaction after the Arsenal game yesterday. A lot of people on the fans react. There were one or two, and I've seen people defending him as well. I'm not going to talk about, the selfie or whatever he had with the Mexican fans in the Arsenal end, because I'm not too fussed about that. But his performance overall, I don't think was good enough, and he really does need to improve. I thought for what it's worth, he was okay against Leicester. There are spells where he looks good and it looks like we've got the Jimenez of old, but we just need to see him putting the ball into the back of the net a little bit more, don't we? And just overall, I think the main issue, I didn't think we were great defensively, personally. I know we held Arsenal for quite a while, but I thought we were quite shaky. We didn't want to hold on to the ball defensively. But there were once again, it's not the first time it's happened this season. There wasn't a link between the midfield and the attack, so that's got to change against West Ham. I'll put my predicted lineup on the screen now, or what I would possibly go with if I was Bruno. And I think this is a very, very difficult lineup to predict, to be honest. I've gone once again with a 5-3-2. Obviously, Bruno, played the two in midfield yesterday, and he had a front three of Hwang, Jimenez, and Podence. I've gone with this. Now, I know, for one, it's very, very harsh on Podence to be dropped. You would argue maybe Jimenez should be the one that's dropped. Maybe we play Hwang or Fabio through the middle, but I think he's got to bolster the midfield a little bit more. It wasn't good enough on Thursday, but maybe Bruno might prove me wrong. That's why he's a football manager in the Premier League and I'm not. But I've gone with Sarr in goal. Back 5 is a little bit different. We've obviously got Says, Cody and Kilman across the back 3 again. We've got Aït-Nouri keeping his place at left wing back. Right wing back, now it sounds like Semedo. Obviously it's not been confirmed as of yet. But it sounds like Semedo is going to be injured. He's not going to make this game, I don't think. With the way Bruno was talking after the game against Arsenal. He was bigging up Keanu Hoover quite a bit. Obviously he wasn't in the squad, I don't believe, for the Arsenal game. Obviously Johnny came on for a good chunk of that. But I think with the way Bruno Lage was talking about Keanu Hoover, I'd expect him to start ahead of Johnny. If Johnny starts, I don't think he'll have a full game. He'll probably only get 50-60 minutes. So there's every possibility Johnny could start, but I think Keanu Hoover's going to get the nod personally. João Moutinho, Dendoncker and Neves in the midfield, I think, if we went with a midfield 3, obviously. And I've gone with Hwang and Jimenez up top. I just don't know. That sort of front 5, let's say, I can't predict whether it's going to be a midfield 2 or midfield 3. I personally, I've not been a massive advocate throughout the season of the midfield 3, but I think the last few weeks it's shown that we can be a little bit more solid with it. So I'll be interested to see how we do line up against West Ham on Sunday. It's going to be quite intriguing. But we've got to bounce back. Obviously, Semedo, big miss with his injury. I thought, he's been very good, improved a lot. And we sort of, he came off, we sort of fell apart a little bit. If he stayed on, would it have been the same? Maybe. They attacked a lot down that our left-hand side, didn't they? Like targeting Aït-Nouri's side a little bit too much, or a little bit more. Had a lot of joy with Ødegaard sort of sitting in the spaces and channels. So Wolves have just got to tighten up on a few things. But this is a huge game, If we can beat West Ham United, good team, decent form. I say that, dropped in form a little bit, but still in a great position in the table. But if we beat them, we leapfrog them, need to make up a bit of ground on them. And let's see. But we have now got the thoughts from the boys over at the West Ham Network. They've given me their thoughts ahead of this game and what we can expect from West Ham United this weekend.
We don't talk about Bruno. No, apologies for that. For any of you Encanto fans, apologies for my terrible rendition of that song. But anyway, I'm Anton. I'm a massive West Ham fan and also presenter of a West Ham Network on the YouTube channel. We've got socials all over the shop, so I'm sure Dave will let you know what they are. But obviously, West Ham take on Wolves at the London Stadium. And I'm nervous. I'm a nervous West Ham fan today. Normally over the last 2 years, West Ham have been playing with some amount of consistency. We're going on 2 years of playing consistently well and consistently getting results. And, turning up against teams like yourselves, which normally we don't really tend to do. And yeah, I'm nervous because we're in and thereabouts in the top 6, 7, challenging for that, kind of final Champions League place. And we're still in it in 3 fronts, in 3 competitions: Europa League, Premier League and the FA Cup. And it's a massive game for West Ham, but not just West Ham, massive game for Wolves as well. You've kind of quietly been going about your business and, you've got several games in hand and you're there or thereabouts again and you win this game and you leapfrog West Ham and, still got a game in hand on us. And the way that the fixtures are working out, it's going to be a tough run-in for every single one of those clubs fighting for that Champions League position or just a European position in general. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of didn't know how to expect West Ham would be even in this situation, considering we had a small squad. And we're still, there or thereabouts. And again, like I said, challenging in 2 other cups and in the round of 16 in the Europa League. So normally, and as you guys know, if you do make the Europa League, that you can falter at a certain hurdle in the league and it can have an impact on your league performances. West Ham, we're picking up points. As of late, we've picked up points, but not a lot. We're getting a lot of draws and our performances haven't been great and we're overdue a good performance. We really are overdue a good performance. But listen, nobody can underestimate Wolves. West Ham fans can't underestimate Wolves. West Ham fans are nervous when Wolves come along and come to town. Bruno has done a fantastic job with you lot. Your keeper is phenomenal. You've got rid of one and then brought in another key goalkeeper. We all know about what Jimenez can do up top. So several players that we're concerned about that Wolves can offer. We just need to hope that for West Ham fans, that the fans become the 12th man and the 12th woman, or whatever you want to say, the 12th fan, the 12th player. And that can really drive West Ham on. So, of course, we're unbeaten in 4. We've won 2, drew 2. But West Ham fans aren't happy because the performances haven't been great. And what game to turn up and do something and do a job on Wolves would be at home against you lot and open up that gap. That would be huge for West Ham fans, but we know it's not going to be easy. Anyway, I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham prediction. It's going to be a tough day at the office. I hope that we get to see a good game, for a neutral fan. And I hope we do walk away with the 3 points. It would be massive for us to walk away with the 3 points. But equally, I know it would be massive for you guys. But I'm a West Ham fan. What else can you expect? So, yeah, take it easy. Stay safe if you are travelling to the game. And come on, you Irons.
So once again, big shout out to the guys over at the West Ham Network. You can check out their channel in the description down below. And as always, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Get your score predictions ahead of this game. I'm going to go with a narrow 1-0 Wolves win. clean sheet? Can we get back to our strong defensive ways? I hope so. But it's going to be interesting. We've got to bounce back. This is going to really show the mentality of Wolves. It's our last game of the month, I believe. And if you look at it, we've beaten Spurs, we've beaten Leicester. I think out of the 5 games, if we can come out with winning 3 out of the 5, I think that'd be a very decent month for Wolves. 9 out of the 15, I think that'd be all right. So I'm hoping we could get 3 points, and that obviously is going to be huge to the Wolves. But as always, guys, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Be sure to check out the BetMate, obviously link in the description. And I'll leave a link in the description for the guys at Merch 8. I know a lot of you, I did mention it in the last preview, but a lot of you asked about this. And obviously in the dark, it looks absolutely unbelievable. So I'll leave a link to those guys in the description as well. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And I'll see you all very, very soon.